That's right. Well, guys, always appreciate you guys taking time to come out. Proud of our guys' work this week. We got some, just like anything, guys are banged up, and we got to continue to live in the training room and get our guys healthy. And that's no different than San Jose State, no different than Wyoming, no different than the rest of these teams. We got to finish out playing. But this is the most important game of our season. And Jonah Dalmas spoke to the team this morning and hit that same thing. Like, nothing else matters. It's our work, and it's us earning the right to play our best against San Jose State. And we know it's a big-time test. And like I've been open about, Coach Nehemiah Talola does a phenomenal job. They've got a bunch of talent in all three phases. They're undefeated at home this year. And I know when Boise State comes to town, that place will be packed. We know we're going to get their best. So we've got to do our job and make sure we earn the right to play our best Saturday afternoon. But I'm proud of our guys this week, man. They've had great urgency in practice, and we're getting better, which you need to. We got to play much better from game 9 to game 10, and hopefully after this game we play a really good game 11, right? You're always trying to continue to learn and grow. But I'm proud of our team, man. Their mentality's in a good place. And a big thing I hit our team on is enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Yes, there's things outside and different things that pull at you. No different for coaches. Enjoy the journey, man. This team will never be the same. Every year is a new year. Every week's a new week, but every year is a new year. Enjoy this journey together, man. Enjoy the time with your teammates. Enjoy the time. Enjoy the grind, man. Enjoy this life. Like, you can smile and have fun doing hard things. Like, it's not, oh, here we go again. And that's what you battle at this time of the season. But I'm proud of our guys the week they put in. We know the test at hand. On special teams, we know we're going to get attacked a lot. They've done a really good job in their fake game and all, really, especially in punt and field goal. We know we're going to get a fake, and we've been working those and make sure we're dialed in defensively. Continue to watch their defense. They fly around. They're elite at creating turnovers, especially interceptions. And they put a lot of strain on you in regards to their fronts, a lot of different looks. And then offensively, when you're playing the number 5 passing offense in the country, you got to be ready to go. And they're explosive in the run game, because if you sell out too much for the pass, they got a really good running back, number 0, that can really hurt you. So they do a really good job mixing it up. They're going to slow the tempo down. They're going to really take it all the way down the play clock, so the coordinator can talk with the quarterback and make sure they get in the right look. And they're going to make this a less possession game than we're used to, which is smart. And so we know that we got to execute in all 3 phases. We know we're going to get a really good San Jose State team, so we got to be ready to go. Nick Nash is the best receiver in the country. That's not my opinion. That's his stats. And so our safety's got to do a really good job. We got to know where he's at all times. We got to do a good job playing together.
As the season goes along and you guys keep winning and getting closer to those season-long goals, does that mantra of next game being the most important game, does that get easier? Does it get harder? Does it kind of stay the same to preach?
I think every week it gets harder, right? Because, and not even so much because of the goals and the end of the season coming. I just think it is very hard to stick to your process. It's that's why a lot of people don't do it. Right? It's easy to do it maybe one week, or I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to. I'm going to watch the film I'm supposed to, live in the training room. But can you do that week in and week out? That's the battle for me. That's the battle for our players. So I don't think so much the mantra is. I just think, can we do simple better? We talk about do simple better. I don't need you to be an extra 2 hours of film. Do what you did to start the season. Like, what got you here? Focus on those things. Focus on how I can be just that 1% better in the training room, in the film room. And so that's really the focus. I don't see it so much as because of the end of the season's coming. That's going to come. When that day comes, it'll be here. We just got to make sure we do simple better. So, and right now being game 10, we need to have our best week of prep this week and focus on those things. Yes, there's outside noise. There's always going to be outside noise. If you're losing, negative outside noise, you got to blow it out. When you're winning and doing some good things, it's going to be the positive stuff. And our guys know that. We're open about these things. And most importantly, open, it does not matter. What matters is your work.
So what's been the consistent thing about this team? How have they been able to kind of stay on that message?
Player leadership. We got a great group of kids. It is not me. It is our coaches and our players leading it every day. Like I speak, Jonah Dalmas, I let one of our leadership groups speak every week on Thursdays. I don't tell them one bit what to talk about. I say, think about it. This is your time to go speak and have an impact on our team, and the floor is yours. And he hit the nail on the head. It was about living in the moment. Most important game's the next one. About San Jose State and what we got to do as a team. That's him. These are from one of our leaders. And so it's player-led, and that's what I'm so proud of these guys. At practice, we bring it up. One of our players talks to our team every day at practice. They're saying the same thing. Look, it's all about how we work. Everything is earned in life, in football. And so it's them. They're running it. They're pushing. If it was just from the coaches, you wouldn't have a shot.
The wide receivers look like they're hungry to contribute. How have they overall kind of looked this week in practice?
Yeah, I'm proud of them, Johnny. Obviously, on Saturday wasn't our best pass game, and we've learned and grown from it, right? There's some some protection stuff, some decisions by Maddox, some drops. Like there's some things, and they're relentless to get it fixed. And I see that from them in the film room. Then I see them out practice. So I see them put the work in, because it's easy to be like, who wants to play better? Everybody's going to raise their hand. But are you willing to do the little things that relate to it? So, I mean, Latrell Cables is a big-time leader in that room. He's not just a leader in that room. He's a leader of a whole team. But seeing guys step up, watch extra film. I've seen Prince in the film room a ton this week, just working to improve his craft. Chase Prenry, Cam Camper. I mean, I can go down the list of guys that are excited to have their best game in the pass game.
Random off-topic question, but I know Jeremiah said that the school is going to opt into the revenue sharing. I heard an interview with the San Diego State athletic director saying they're already offering revenue sharing contracts to recruits, and if that goes into effect, that'll be effect. Are you guys doing anything like that with recruits or commits or signees?
Yeah, right now we're still working through it, BJ. I've not had those conversations at all with recruits or commits. I'm very open with guys, and I don't promise that stuff through recruiting. I am all about this is where you'll be developed to the best version of yourself. Yes, that's coming for us as signing day and things happen. Absolutely, we're gonna have to walk that path. But I want to weed through the guys, recruiting-wise, that just want to go somewhere because they're making more money than the next place. Because it is my job to take care of this team. And that's what I make sure I tell our staff and our administration. Like, it is job number one at the end of the season to keep our best players right here in Boise, Idaho. And they deserve it, and they want to be here. Then, second to that is recruiting. And that will never get grade for me. That will never become any different, because I believe in that. You come here and perform the way we want you to and do it for this team, we take care of those guys first. In regards to some of the stuff coming out, like, it's exciting. Like, Jeremiah's done a phenomenal job. We have a ton of support, so it's there. But I have not been involved in those conversations with our recruits. I tell them that that's there, but I don't promise anything to these young men. I promise them a shot to compete. And if they want that, then we'll walk the path, and those conversations will be down the road, BJ. If they don't, then that's okay. There's a lot of places that they could play college football.
Talking with Maddox yesterday, he dates a BYU soccer player that's very good, and they're having a very good season over there. How cool is it that they can have that connection to go back and forth off each other?
It's so cool. I mean, Maddox is such an amazing young man, and I mess with him sometimes about just life outside, because Maddox is that guy that's pretty much good at everything he does. Like, if you go to Topgolf, he's probably going to beat you. Like, he's just that kid. And so it's just cool that they can kind of feed off each other. And I mean, Maddox comes from a great family. I've never met his girlfriend, but I'm sure she's awesome.
With Devon Banks, chatted with him yesterday, and I know he came here for the name on the front of the jersey, but his family's got a military background and stuff like that, and it's kind of molded him. And do you notice how much pride he plays for the name on the back of the jersey, I guess, too?
Yeah, I can say this about Devon Banks, because he didn't come in until kind of later in the summertime with quarter system and all that. I mean, how much he's improved here from game one to now. I mean, Devon Banks is playing at a high level. And if you guys get an opportunity, watch him on kickoff first and foremost. I mean, he is flying down the field. And I mean, he's got a great skill set. I mean, he's a junior. I mean, he's one of the better cover corners we've had. And he's come along in a major way. He loves this team, and he does put a lot of pride for his family. I mean, he comes from a great family, the military background. He's been a huge addition to our team.
I got one more then.
Yeah. Come on, Jay.
Yeah, right.
BJ was gonna step up.
Obviously, I'm kind of like insinuating something here, but like we said, Ashton Jensen's got 139 touches over a 4-game stretch. I mean, he's in the thick of this Heisman race, and other people want to boast their stats, but like for any football player that's been around the game, how much more difficult is that than what anybody else is doing right now?
Yeah, I mean, guys, I'll tell you, we could stay here all day talking about Ashton and what he means to this team and just the warrior he is, Jay. I mean, the amount of carries, the amount of 11 guys every single snap, everybody looking at you, and if you get the ball, it's heat-seeking missiles to go get you every single time you touch the rock, and he does it in a relentless manner. If it's a 1-yard gain, if it's a 50-yard gain, it's next play for him. That's because he loves his team. I mean, he's a warrior. People don't see how he has to live in the training, what he has to do to be able to do that week to week. But that's also a huge attribute for him at the next level too. Like he knows what it means to take care of his body. He also knows what it means to practice the right way, to be able to play the way he does. I can't say enough good things about Ashton. I mean, who he is as a teammate, how he's been from the start of the season to now. He's an elite human being. I love the kid dearly.
Awesome.
Thanks, Coach.